Hello, hope you're having a great day. Now, it's fair to say that recently, most days I've been utterly failing to get up on time. Okay, a few weeks ago I had a cold, which turned out to be worse than any cold I can remember having. It was lingering around for more than a week, and more recently I've got this neck injury. So maybe that's what sort of triggered this spell where I am struggling to get up on time in the morning. But I've said so many times in these videos, it's not acceptable. But this morning I actually managed to get up on time really well, and scarily it felt like it wasn't much of a challenge. Now, I know that I can't get complacent. I certainly don't want to be counting my chickens, and I need to take every day, one day at a time, right? Just because I got up on time today, it doesn't mean it's going to be easy for the rest of my life. Far from it. I'm always going to have this inherent laziness in me that tries to keep me in bed and tries to rationalise staying in bed, tries to come up with excuses, for me to stay in bed whilst I'm tired and I'm groggy and I'm easily influenced by that lazy part of me, right? But yeah, this morning, I didn't even need to sit on the end of my bed for any length of time, waiting for myself to wake up. I just got up when my alarm went off, turned my alarm off, and then started going, through my day. In fact, after I'd been to the toilet, I was sort of on autopilot, and I was going to go and sit on the end of my bed, as I've done in the past, and wait for myself to be not as tired. And I kind of just snapped out of it. In that moment, I felt like that was going to make it even more likely that I would just end up giving up and going back to bed, In the past, I've sort of allowed myself to have that 10, 15, 20, sometimes 30 minutes of me sitting on the foot end of my bed as an alternative to going to lay back in bed, right? Because if you go and lay back in bed, then I know that it's just going to be hard for me to get back up. So yeah, in the past, I've sort of allowed myself to sit on the foot end of the bed because that's the better of those two options. But this morning, it felt like I had a choice of not sitting on the end of the bed and just staying up and going through my morning, or sitting on the end of the bed, which was going to be a more detrimental choice. So, I chose to not bother sitting on the end of my bed, and I just started cracking on with my morning routine. Went straight to the sink in the kitchen, had a few pints of water, had a pint of water with salt dissolved in it, of course. You guys that watch this channel regularly would know, I have salt every morning to replenish any salt that I might have lost during sleep when I'm sweating. Then I always fill the glass back up with water and put my vitamin C supplement in it because, my vitamin C supplement happens to be one that's dissolved in water. And yeah, then just go through the motions of getting dressed, getting loads of layers on, ready to go for my walk around the block, brushing my teeth, etc. And then, getting my layers on and going for a walk. And then when I got back from my walk, I wrote in my journal, and I've just had a 10-minute meditation, as I do every morning. And yeah, it's probably really early compared to some mornings when I'm at this stage. It's 8:38. Sometimes I don't even get out on my walk until 8:38 on a really bad day. A really bad day where I've still got up at 7:30, Some days, recently I've been going out on my walk ridiculously late. But yeah, it is now, just over an hour since my alarm went off, and I'm already at the point now where it's time for me to do my workout, which is awesome, And this is how I want every day to go, Like this is what I want to be my bare minimum standard. But, it is a challenge every day. So it is time for me to bang out a workout. And I've been looking at my workout plan that I wrote out, a couple of weeks ago now, I think it is. And I always said I was open for switching things around here. That's why I've written everything in pencil. But one thing I've noticed, I did arms and chest on Saturday evening. I didn't bother doing chest press. I've done push-ups, triceps extensions and bicep curls. But I've got arms and chest on Monday morning as well. And to be honest, my arms are still a bit sore. They were really sore yesterday, but a nice sore, if you know what I mean. I like having sore muscles. I don't like having injuries like I've got in my neck, but I like to have, soreness every day somewhere on my body, because it means that I know I'm pushing myself hard enough in terms of my workout. But yeah, that means basically my arms and chest aren't fully recovered from Saturday. Now, I've been thinking about this a little bit this morning. Now, I could swap these around, so do abs on a Monday, arms and chest on a Tuesday, but then that's just going to mean that arms and chest on Tuesday is going to be closer to the arms and chest that I'm going to do on Thursday evening in the gym, although that was Friday evening last week. The other thing is, if I do arms and chest on a Tuesday morning, they're probably still going to be knackered for boxing on a Tuesday evening. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to leave this arm and chest here. I think moving forward, I'm going to try and do actual chest press on a Saturday when I do arms and chest. And that will mean that my arms are going to be probably more sore than they are this week. But my beautiful girlfriend Kat always works on a Monday. She's at work now. And when I do chest press, I kind of need her to pass me the bar. So that's why I think arms and chests with chest press needs to be Saturday, because you know she'll be around to help me do that. Although, as I say, last Saturday I didn't do chest press, I just did push-ups. But yeah, so I think I'm going to keep this where it is after everything I've just said. But yeah, it's hard, you know, I want to work out every morning, you know, and I want to work out every evening, whether that be, you know, in the gym, whether that be boxing. Although I have planned, you know, 2 evenings of rest. Friday, last Friday I actually went to the gym, but yeah, so Friday evening and Sunday evening I do have rest, but I don't want to rest any more than that. I'm the kind of person that needs to go at it every day, otherwise I just turn into a waste man every day. You know, it's all or nothing for me. That's just who I am. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to wish it was any other way. So yeah, I just have to find a way where I can work out twice most days. And do you know what? It's turning me into the strongest person that I've ever been. You know, I'm in the best shape of my life. All right, I need to be careful of injuries, etc. But, you know, physically, mentally, I am in the best shape of my life. So I don't want to rest any more than my plan says that I should rest. Anyway, that's enough waffling. I've gone all around the houses to say that I think I need to change my plan, but I'm not going to change my plan. So yeah, let's crack on with this arm and chest session. Then I can get my cold shower. Then I can have my breakfast. And then I can start work nice and early. Alright, it is 8:15 in the evening and you join me on the way to the gym for a leg session, and I have been so busy all day working on car parts in my garden and in my shed. Really happy with the amount that I've got done. Obviously been filming it for the next video on the other channel. I think realistically the next video on the other channel won't be coming out until the day after tomorrow, but that's absolutely fine. It's just that I want to finish what I started today and get over to my other garage tomorrow to do a few bits, and then that'll wrap up the video. But yeah, I've literally been non-stop all day. I did stop at around 5:30, you know, it was getting dark and getting too cold. I'm doing paint stuff, so it's not ideal, but yeah, just making do with the conditions I've got, you know, using Kat's hairdryer to help me dry paint and stuff. But yeah, ended up getting loads done, as I say. And about 5:30, stopped doing what I was doing, had my usual chicken, cheese and salad sandwiches with a protein yogurt as a bit of lunch, and then yeah, started diving into editing the footage that I captured today, as well as doing yet more work on my website to do with these new products that are going to be coming out very soon. So yeah, really like chuffed with how today's gone. You know, really proud of myself that I literally got up this morning, you know, better than I probably ever have, you know, literally got going straight away pretty much at 7:30. I just wish I could get to the stage where every morning was like this morning, and then, you know, the aim then would be to get up even earlier than 7:30, but one step at a time. But yeah, it's just one of them days where, you know, I have just been on it all day. You know, I can still see that it is humanly possible to do more than I did today. Like, don't get me wrong, but, you know, compared to how I've been doing, especially the last couple of weeks, yeah, it's been amazing. So yeah, really proud of myself for, you know, just pulling my finger out and cracking on today, you know, focusing on work like all day, you know. That's what men are supposed to do. They're supposed to work all the time, whether it be, you know, business, whether it be fitness, whether it be learning stuff, whatever. Like, it's all about doing as much as you can, being as productive as you can, you know, growing as much as you can in all realms of life, you know, every day. And yeah, today's just been a day where it feels like I've been on the ball all day, and I'm really proud of myself for it. Now, as I say, I'm on the way to do a leg session. Leg sessions are always hard. You know, they can last sort of 2 hours, you know, depending on how long I've got to wait for machines, if it's really busy, and, you know, just depending on how much gap I leave between sets. And, you know, there's always a balance. If you don't leave long enough between sets, then you're not really getting as much as you can out of your workout. But then if you leave too long between sets, you end up being in the gym too long. So, you know, I'm ready and you know, willing to be in there as long as it takes to bang out a hard leg session. You know, I want to go in there and really give it my all, and yeah, then I can come out of there with sore legs, clear conscience, and even more pride in myself. So yeah, let's go and do this leg session. Alright, leg session done, and it is 20 past 10. So I was in there just under 2 hours, but you know, these leg sessions that I do, they are about 2 hours. You know, there's no getting away from it. Unless I was to, you know, have not enough gap between the sets, which is going to risk me not being able to do the amount of reps that I want to in each set, then, you know, I just got to be willing to be in the gym for nearly 2 hours on a leg session. But as always, really proud of myself that I went to the gym, I went hard, my legs were aching as I was walking up the stairs to the car park. So yeah, successful leg session. You know, there is quite a lot of volume that I'm doing. You know, I do my, you know, just a 0.6 of a mile, very fast, very steep incline walk as a warm-up, you know, not a very long warm-up, and then I do 6 machines on legs, and, you know, I'm keeping it between 10 and 15 reps, so, you know, I'm not going super light. It's not as if I'm doing loads of reps. You know, I think it's about right. You know, I don't really want to go up any heavier than that just to bring my reps down to sort of 8 to 10 or whatever. You know, I feel like I'm going heavy enough, you know, without risking injury. You know, I think I'm doing things just about right. The only thing on legs that is more than 15 reps is the calf press. I do 20 reps, but you know, that's because I don't want to go up any heavier. I feel like I'm already doing heavy enough, you know, 235 pounds, whatever that works out in kilos. So yeah, there you go. You know, when you're doing so many machines and so many sets, you're going to be in there a while. You know, I've said before that I do 3 sets at whatever my weight is, then I do a 4th set where I actually go up a notch on the weight, and then followed by 2 drop sets straight away where you knock it down a couple of notches, go to failure, knock it down a couple of notches, go to failure. So I'm kind of technically doing 6 sets on each machine, you know, 10 to 15 or 20 reps in each set, 6 machines in total. So yeah, I'm doing like hundreds of reps. So yeah, as I say, got to be willing to put the time in the gym to get all that done. But yeah, gonna go home now for a very late dinner. My beautiful girlfriend Kat has already knocked me up some chicken and vegetables, I think. So yeah, gonna go home, gonna have a shower, gonna eat my dinner, and I think I'm gonna dive into some sort of work. I'm gonna burn the midnight oil a little bit, just to chip away a little bit more at editing the footage that I captured earlier. Just because there's a lot of footage, you know, a lot of footage that needs to be sped up and stuff, you know, whilst I was working on the parts. So yeah, I just want to make some more progress, and my aim is to go to bed before midnight. I am showered and now it's time to get fed. 2 chicken breasts, 2 eggs, loads of veg, you know the drill. Smoothie as well, that we have every day. And I forgot to bring a protein yogurt in with me, but I will be getting one of them after I've eaten this lot. All right, well, it's 7 minutes past midnight, which means I've utterly failed to get myself to bed before midnight. But I did just sit down and do about an hour's worth of editing after my dinner. And yeah, that brings me to the end of a really productive day. Today's been a day where I've proved what's possible. It's been an awesome day. Got up on time, got going straight away. I've stayed super productive all day, working on the car parts in my garden. Went to the gym, done a hard leg session, and then, still came home and finished the day with some more work. So, it's an insight into what I am capable of if I put my mind to it. I can see where I could have done more. You can always say that, and you always must search for where you could have done more. But today's a day where I can definitely be proud of myself for actually attacking the day. And, the more days that I have like this, the more I'm proving to myself what's possible. And then the more likely, as long as I keep working to improve myself, I can make these days. And then hopefully one day, a day like today will be a bad day, and most of my days will be even more productive than today. It's all about progressing. It's all about trying to do more and more, trying to better yourself every day, not settling for where you're at, always striving to do more and be further than you're at. But as I say, I have failed to go to bed at 12 midnight, which was the plan. So I need to get myself ready for bed and give myself, enough sleep so that I can have more chance of getting up tomorrow just as well as I did today. So I hope this video has been somewhat helpful or motivational. As usual, feel free to say hello in the comments and we'll have a chat. Or if you prefer, get in touch through Facebook or Instagram or email. But other than that, I'll chat to you tomorrow.